Okay, pilots, I got an unboxing here, but this one's gonna be a little bit different than my usual unboxings. We're gonna split this thing open here and see what we got, because we've got two of them. Let me go. Put this one here. And I hope that they sent me what I ordered. I have ordered this off of a regular website, not really a big name brand website. And what they advertise is what I was looking for, so let's hope they sent me what I wanted. Upside down. Let's see what we got. Yep. I'm surprised it made it, but they put it in a factory box and just wrap it with a piece of plastic. Okay. We got another Abrams. Got another Abrams. Let me turn this on. Now, this is same size, same tank. Is that one sitting? Oh, you turn here. Get out of the way. That's it, sitting over there. And what I got these tanks for was, well, yeah, to play with them. But I'm gonna set these things out there in the field when I'm flying and try to drop bombs on them. That's what I got them for. Because they're not really expensive. I had to pay a little bit more for these than I did my other one. The other website I bought this other tank from had four, so they had four in stock. And by the time I got mine and opened it up, looked at it, and decided, yeah, I like it, went back on there, it's gone. And it took me forever to find another tank that was the same size and the same brand. I finally found it. The website was Sunbaby. Sunbaby.com, I believe. I got all kind of different stuff, just like a little regular website store. Not really all RC stuff, and not really, planes or tanks and stuff. It's everything. Anything from a man and a machine gun, a man and a machine gun. Couldn't find the instructions from another one. There's instructions in this one, so there we go. There we go. Got some instructions this time. I know what all them lights is for. Put that up there for a second. Got a 7-point, let's see what the, no, wait a minute. I'm wrong. That's a 9.6 volt. 9.6 volt. Now on the box, it says to use a computer and the jack to charge the 9.6 battery, okay, the big one. But they make this tank in a medium size. It's a little bit smaller, and they make it a little bit smaller one. Well, those two batteries that goes in those two tanks can be charged with a regular phone jack, and you know, plug their little end in, plug this end into the phone jack, plug it into the wall. Well, they don't want you to do that with this one. Evidently it charges too fast maybe or something. So they want you to put this into your computer so your computer can regulate it maybe. That's when I charged my other one, it told you to charge it for 12 hours. And then you won't have to charge it but for 4 hours after that. But the LED came on in it for about 1 minute, and then it went off. And I said, there ain't no way that battery's charged, because it's dead as door now. Okay. So I just said, okay, I'm gonna let it sit there. And I let it sit there for 12 hours. Now this right here gets a little warm on your computer, but the battery never did get hot, never get warm. And then I put that battery in that other tank, man, and it took off like a bat out of hell. And these controllers is not really touch, you know, they're not really, you can't really slow the tank down, you know, and speed it up. You just got one speed, wide open and wide, and reverse wide open. If I'm not mistaken, these two, you know, of course, drive the tank. And then you got these up here, fires the machine gun and moves the turret from side to side, this way, this way, this way. And this one fires the main gun. Both of them fire the main gun. And you hit the power button there as a center, and then you crank the tank up after you plug the tank up. You got to have this on just like your airplanes. You got to have this on first. And then you turn your tank on, and then you hit this button to start. And it's got sound. It's got sound. No smoke, you know, but it's got sound. And it sounds pretty good. I mean, I like the tank enough to buy 2 more. Come on now. I ain't gonna buy something I don't like. But I'm gonna show you a couple things on my other one that'll change. You know me, I got to do my own little thing. I mean, when I first got the tank, I'm gonna show it to you. Make sure nothing else is in here. The men were on the outside. Make sure. No, nothing left. A piece of cardboard here up under. Okay, now the big Christmas tree up here and the big dome. Okay, the big dome. The big dome is the laser pickup. Okay. On the front barrel here, right there, you see the laser light, wherever that turret's pointing. That laser light there blinks, I guess, when it, you know, when you fire it off, it just blinks the laser out. Well, that laser reflects off of this and down into a little box that's down where you might be able to even see it. Get that light right. There's a little computer chip in there, I guess, and it picks up that laser. Alright, so what I done, and I don't know what this thing here is, because when I cut it off, yeah, I cut it off. Alright, and inside is one of those bulbs, the LED bulbs like I put in my jet cockpits to make it, you know, change different colors and flash and blink and blind the pilot. It's inside here and it's going crazy, you know, all the time. These lights right here looks like a Christmas tree up here going all the time. I ain't like it. I ain't like it dome. So I cut this one off. I took the light. I did not disconnect the light. I just put the light down in there because I was afraid if I cut that wire, it might do something to the operation of the tank. So I just got the light down in there, and I took this cap here on the top. The round cap there on the top, okay? Whenever I got that cut off, now it's still got a square base on it. So I cut this square base out here. It did have the holes, and when I cut this off, pilots and tank enthusiasts, these red lights and all that redness, it was just one little piece of lens there. I saw one piece, and you just slide it out. And then I also cut my dome here. I just took my Ziz wheel and cut around it there, made it flat, got it out, and then I cut again up here at the top of it, made that same cut around the sides, not down, but around the sides, so that this would be the same size down in the top as it was in the bottom. Painted this black and slid it back down there and glued it back in there just like it was another man hole there. Hey, we got our little place for a man over here. Oh, they got this one taped down. Well, it wasn't taped down. See, this might have been a better tank or something. Got all the original connections on it. But that's where you put your man. You gotta be careful. Sometimes that thing gets in a bind there, so you gotta be careful picking that up. Another man here. I'm gonna show you what I've done. I've ordered some more soldiers, about 10 of them. This scale. Here's our gun. Slides in there, but I'm gonna put it in there yet because I had to take it out and off to get down here and make this cut around here. And then the man slides in there, and I'm gonna put him in there because this is not the man I'm gonna have in there. But they're pretty cool. Pretty cool gun. Man, there, you gotta paint his face or something, you know, detail him up a little bit if you want to. But I ain't gonna be using him. I've ordered, like I said, these little G.I. Joe figures, but these are the 3.75 or 3 3/4 tall action figures. You know, and hell, you know, they sit right on there just like they the guy. And I've got one coming that's got the commander helmet on with the goggles on, everything on, you know, snap him in half or put him down in here. But, you know, there you go. I think I'm paying an average about $4 a piece for that. And I'm gonna set them all around so when the bomb hits, maybe it'll knock some bodies. Some bodies that hit the dance floor and hit the floor. But you've got to charge the battery before I plugged it into the first one I got, and you know, it lasted about 30 seconds before the tank just cut off. But I got a battery bay in the bottom. Take the screw out, got 2 little clips there. And them 2 little clips is good, nice. Because once you take that screw out, this thing falls out, and your battery just lays in there. There's nothing holding the battery in. After you plug it in, you shut this, snap it, then you got it holding where you can put your screw back in. There's the on and off. Now, the tracks. Tracks is rubber. They just a soft rubber, okay? Now, I found that on my first one there, that every once in a while, when you try to make a quick turn, what happens, I can hold on to it here. This is your drive wheel. See, back here. See? And that thing will come out and start riding. It'll come up and start riding on top of those little gear pins. See, on each side, this one and this one over here. Well, I found that this one right here, this spring here, don't really have a lot of movement to it. Well, see, they want that thing to stay tight right there, so it'll hold that thing on it. But I found that when it pops up there, it kind of tends to drag the tank down. The tank wants to slow and start turning whatever way it's going. So all I do is put it in reverse, and once you put it in reverse, it throws that track right back on it, and then you take off. See? That's the only thing I found that's wrong with this tank house. That and you know, you just can't really control speed. See? Not really a controller that you could, you know, use to control your speed with. But I'm gonna get some kids down there to the field. They just gonna have a ball out there with them riding around when I'm trying to take my Snuka dive bomber. Snuka. My Snuka dive bomber and try to hit it. I got a SDB, or let's see, SBD, Dauntless Dive Bomber. I can try to come in on it. I got Japanese level bombers I can drop stuff on. Let it rain. Well, I'm not gonna worry about opening that oven up. It's the same. It should be the same thing, but knowing my luck, it ain't. But they pretty cool tanks. I mean, just play around with. And $60. I mean, it was $60. And that's twice as much as I paid for that other one on the other side. I paid a little over, I think like $32 for that other one. But I had to pay $60 for this one and $60 for the other one. So it's a Target. It's a Target. The Abrams War Tank. I think that's what they call these, War Tank, yeah. And they come in different colors, but I'm telling you, man, it's hard enough to find the brown one, and you can't never find that green one. They call it War Tanks. Get it around here where you can see it. There it is. War Tank. Got all the sounds. The turret don't go all the way around. It stops about 300 degrees, something like that, 300-degree turn. And I hope my signals don't cross up. Supposed to be 2.4, so that ought to be good. And the lights. It's got these headlights up here too. I mean, they're pretty cool too. Got two headlights up in the front. And I was thinking there was two more somewhere. Where's it at? I thought I seen two more. I don't know, maybe I was wrong. Okay. War tanks. I take these decals off too myself. I'm out.